Beyond Success: The Revolutionary Power of Black Women Building Business Ecosystems. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I want to begin by acknowledging the extraordinary woman whose insights have fundamentally shifted how I understand entrepreneurship, success, and collective power. Amina Harris, also known by her ancestral name, Ifadunni Esufemi, is not just a visionary entrepreneur. She is a system architect, a bridge builder, a future maker whose work is literally reshaping the landscape of business in America and beyond. When I first sat down with Amina, I expected to hear an inspiring story of personal triumph, of barriers broken and ceilings shattered. What I received instead was something far more profound: a complete reimagining of what success means and how we measure it. Amina Harris isn't just succeeding within existing systems, she's building entirely new ones. And this, my friends, is where we've been getting it wrong for decades. We've been asking the wrong question. For years, we've asked, how can we help more Black women succeed in business? It sounds progressive, doesn't it? Inclusive, forward thinking, the kind of question that gets nodded at in boardrooms and policy meetings. But what if that question itself is fundamentally limiting our vision? What if the real question isn't about individual success at all? What Amina helped me understand, and what I hope to convey to you today, is that when we focus solely on individual success stories, we miss the true revolution happening right before our eyes. Black women entrepreneurs aren't just building businesses, they're transforming entire ecosystems of opportunity. This isn't inspirational rhetoric. The numbers tell an astonishing story. Black women are driving nearly 89% of net new women owned firms daily. Their average revenues have soared by over 32% since 2019. But these statistics, impressive as they are, only hint at the deeper transformation taking place. We've been conditioned to believe that success means overcoming barriers, breaking glass ceilings, being the first or the only. And certainly there's value in celebrating these milestones. But what if the most powerful form of success isn't breaking through barriers, but removing them entirely for those who follow? This is the counterintuitive truth that emerged from my conversation with Amina. The most revolutionary act isn't succeeding despite the system, it's changing the system itself. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. At the 2025 BNCC conference in New Orleans, a city that knows something profound about resilience, Black women owned businesses were recognized for outpacing all others in growth rates. Their revenues increased by an impressive 32.7% between 2019 and 2023. But here's what makes this story remarkable: these entrepreneurs weren't focused primarily on individual achievement. Instead, they were building collective infrastructure, mentorship networks, capital access programs, strategic partnerships. They weren't just climbing ladders, they were building new ones and positioning them for others to climb. The results speak volumes. Firm creation accelerated dramatically. Employment increased by over 250%. Access to resources became more efficient across entire communities. These women outpaced male counterparts' business formation rates by nearly double and created pathways into entrepreneurship for the next generation of leaders. Most importantly, they shifted national conversations from celebrating individual firsts to demanding sustainable ecosystem change across industries. This is a profound shift in how we think about success. It's not just about getting a seat at the table, It's about redesigning the table itself and who gets invited to sit there. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds inspiring, but surely these are exceptional cases. Surely most businesses still operate according to the old paradigms of individual achievement. Let me challenge that assumption with another powerful example. In March 2025, a company called Gray awarded $9,500 grants through its Upgrade Her initiative to four outstanding woman led businesses, including Nigerian tech founders. This was part of an effort spanning multiple continents. What makes this initiative noteworthy isn't just the financial support, it's the recognition that traditional financial systems create unique barriers for Black women entrepreneurs, particularly those working across borders. The solution wasn't simply to provide money, it was to pair equity free grants with borderless digital banking services specifically tailored for underrepresented founders. This enabled rapid scaling without debt burden and expanded visibility through international recognition. What began as an Africa focused initiative expanded globally due to overwhelming demand. Nearly 2,000 applications were received worldwide in just 1 year, a testament to the pent up potential among ambitious minority led startups. This example demonstrates how targeted financial empowerment can unlock global entrepreneurial potential among Black professional communities. It's not charity, it's smart economics. Which brings me to another counterintuitive truth. Supporting diverse leadership isn't just the right thing to do morally, it's the smart thing to do financially. Wells Fargo's impact report from 2024 reveals that between 2019 and 2023, the number of US based woman owned businesses increased almost twice as fast as their male counterparts. Many were led or co founded by Black professionals innovating across technology, wellness, and education sectors. Despite persistent gender gaps in venture capital, women receive only about 2-2.3% of VC funding. These entrepreneurs found ways to thrive. They leveraged digital platforms for customer acquisition outside traditional gatekeepers. They formed peer support groups to share investor connections and resources. The result? Female led startups consistently outperform male peers on ROI metrics when given equal opportunity and funding levels. This growth wasn't fueled just by shifting workplace norms, but by intentional efforts among successful founders to embrace what Amina calls a lift as you climb mindset. The startup activity rate rose dramatically from an average of about 6% pre pandemic to over 10%, signaling a powerful momentum shift. These entrepreneurs inspired new generations while proving that diversity leads directly to better business outcomes. Now, I want to be clear about something. These successes haven't come easily. Despite significant growth in business ownership and revenue, structural challenges persist. Funding disparities remain stark, with only 45% of requested loan amounts approved for women versus higher rates for men. Market access hurdles continue to create friction. But here's what's different. Today's Black women entrepreneurs aren't just accepting these challenges as inevitable. They're systematically dismantling them, not just for themselves, but for entire communities. As Amina explained to me, the future belongs to those who leverage both resilience and innovation. Black women are using digital tools, mentorship programs, and global platforms to overcome barriers and set new industry standards. This brings me to what I believe is the most important insight from our conversation. The true power of Black women entrepreneurs lies not just in their personal achievements, but in their ability to transform entire ecosystems for collective advancement. This isn't just about breaking barriers for themselves. It's about building infrastructure that amplifies opportunities for others, ensuring generational impact and community wealth. Think about what this means for how we understand success. For decades, we've celebrated individual achievement as the pinnacle of accomplishment. We've told stories about exceptional people who overcome exceptional odds to achieve exceptional results. But what if the highest form of success isn't individual achievement at all? What if it's creating systems where achievement becomes possible for many? This is the paradigm shift that Amina Harris and other Black women entrepreneurs are modeling. They're showing us that true success isn't measured by how high you climb, but by how many you bring with you. They're demonstrating that the most powerful form of leadership isn't about standing alone at the summit, but about building new pathways to the top. They're proving that the most enduring legacy isn't what you achieve for yourself, but what you make possible for others. This isn't just a nice sentiment, it's a fundamentally different approach to business, one that prioritizes collective advancement over individual gain, ecosystem transformation over personal achievement. And here's what's truly remarkable: it works, not just morally or socially, but economically. The data is clear. When Black women build businesses focused on collective advancement, they don't just succeed individually, they create ripple effects of opportunity that benefit entire communities. So I stand before you today with an urgent challenge. It's time to radically reimagine what success means. It's time to stop celebrating individual achievement as the ultimate goal and start measuring success by the strength of the ecosystems we build together. Because the truth is, we've been taught a lie. We've been told that success is a zero-sum game, that for someone to win, someone else must lose, that the path to the top is narrow and only a few can make it. But what if that's fundamentally wrong? What if the most powerful form of success isn't climbing existing ladders, but building new ones? What if the true measure of achievement isn't how high you rise, but how many rise with you? I'm asking you today, how will you use your unique position, not just your talents, to help build structures where others can rise alongside you? What one step can you take this week toward uplifting another member within your professional ecosystem? The revolution isn't just coming, it's already here. And it's not being led by those who simply break barriers for themselves. It's being led by those who remove barriers entirely for those who follow. This is the future of business, not just success, but transformation, not just achievement, but advancement, not just breaking ceilings, but building entirely new structures where ceilings don't exist at all. The question isn't whether you'll be part of this revolution. The question is how. Thank you.